Hey, what's up guys, it's Pac from Team 7x1 and today I'm going to be showcasing the latest Mannadium deck profile newly updated with the new support from Duelist Nexus. I'm really excited to be showcasing this deck because I think it got really strong because of the new support in the form of Crimson Dragon and Visas Amatara. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well as go to txx1.com and use PAC10 for 10% off. Huge shouts to Sam for having me on and giving me the opportunity to showcase you the power of Mannadium. For the main heart and soul of the deck, we have three Visas Starfrost. This card is going to be the main extender for the deck, but it's also a starter. It's a card that can be linked off into the new Scareclaw Link 1, which allows you to like extend even more, and it's a level 6 tuner, so with other level 4s you have in your deck, you can make a bunch of like easy rank 10s or Synchro 10s, sorry. Yeah, this deck is a really nice Synchro strategy, and it doesn't actually lose the D barrier because it has some cool fusion and link plays as well. But yep, so we'll start off with three Visas Starfrost. And then for the Mannadium monsters, we have three Mannadium Reamheart. This card is very similar to like Stratos. It searches any Mannadium card from your deck to your hand, and so you can add any of the spells as well as the monsters. So you can add cards like Mannadium Meek and the new monster Mannadium Torrid. So you play Torrid because it's more copies of Meek, and Meek is a very powerful card. Monster that when it gets destroyed by battle or card effects, these orbs are not once per turn. At least Torrid is once per turn, but Meek is not once per turn, where when it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can summon another copy of Meek from the deck and change its level to level 4. And that's really good because it allows you to get some really cool Synchro plays going. Because of the new Synchro 12, having this be a level 4 is really important because Astrolaud plus Meek that's level 4 allows you to make Crimson Dragon. And it's actually going to be the main reason why you can do some really sick combos next format that I'll show at the end. And then Reamheart is, like I said, the main Stratos for the deck, but it actually has a secondary effect that a lot of people forget, which is during the main phase, it can quick effect pop a Mannadium monster, or it can target a Mannadium monster or a monster with 1500 attack or 21 defense to destroy it. So you can actually target the orbs, or it can target like Scareclaw Rightheart. And it allows you to summon this card from the hand. So that effect also comes up because it helps you like dodge Imperm on the next starter of the archetype, which is 3 Scareclaw Rightheart. You play 3 of this because it's with just Reamheart, there's actually not enough starters in the deck, and so you play Rightheart because it's one of the best normal summons in the deck, because when you normal summon it, you can add a Scareclaw spell and drop from the deck to your hand, and this is a 1-card Baron by itself. So just one card alone allows you to get a Synchro 10, but obviously the more cards you draw in your 5-card hand, the more you can actually do with these cards. The other effect is if you control a Scareclaw monster, you can special summon this to a zone adjacent to where the Scareclaw monster is. You can pretty much like summon this card for free from the hand when you make the link 1 with Visas Starfrost. For hand traps, the last 3 monsters in the deck, just 3 Droll and Lockbird. It's gonna be a pretty combo heavy next format, so having Droll to stop like your opponent's searches and plays is like really good in my opinion. So just 3 Droll right here. Droll is also really good hand trap in this deck because it's not a tuner. So it's a non-tuner hand trap, which is really beneficial to synergize with this archetype. Since Colarium, which is the next card I'm going to be showcasing, gives your monsters 100 attack and defense for every tuner you control in the graveyard. But as a result, the Reamheart is no longer a 1521 when you have the field spell up, so you can't special summon Meek or Torrid from your hand. Because Meek and Torrid can special summon themselves from the hand for free if you control Visas Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack or 21 defense. And then we play Peaceful Planet Colarium as the Starfrost lore details. Each of the different Starfrost archetypes has a planet associated with it, and the planet that we're going to be traveling to is going to be Colarium. So Colarium is the main Rota for the deck. It allows you to add any Mannadium monster from your deck to your hand or any Visas Starfrost from your deck to your hand. This card makes it so that if a tuner, face-up tuner you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target it to bring it back. So that has a really neat effect. And then you play 2 Primal Planet Reichphobia and 1 Terraforming. So the reason why you do this is because hard drawing the Colarium is like really powerful, so that's why we want to add Terraforming to the deck. And then we play 2 Reichphobia because the Scareclaw Link 1 that you can make with Visas Starfrost is not once per turn to grab Reichphobia. So Reichphobia can add a Scareclaw monster or Visas Starfrost from your deck to your hand, and as well as it has an added benefit that if there's 3 or more defense position monsters in the field, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. So this is a really good in-engine way to out your opponent's back row against like the trap matchups. So having 2 of this in your main deck is really, really nice to beat like all the trap decks as well, like Labyrinth for example. Then you play 3 Mannadium Epsition. This card is really nice because it allows you to play through Book of Moon, which is like a really common card in the format, at least in like the meta game. And it allows you to target a monster to destroy and add a Calarium from your deck to your hand. But if you already have the field spot already, you can actually grab any Mannadium spell or trap instead. And in the graveyard, it's a really powerful extender because you can banish this card from your graveyard to summon a monster from your hand that has 1500 attack or 200 defense, or a Visa Starfrost from your hand. And this card is going to be what allows you to play through a lot of interruptions going first, like hand trap wise. The other Mannadium spells and trap that I play because of this card is Mannadium Imaginings. This card comes up because sometimes you have access to Reichheart and Scareclaw. You have Reichheart and Riemhart, so you have both of the engines. This card can reveal a Mannadium or a Starfrost in your hand to draw 2 cards and put 1 to the bottom of the deck, so it's basically helps you freely mulligan. But then also, so like if you draw too many of the orbs, if you draw too many of like the field spells, you can like put them back for free, so you get a free draw 2 pretty much. And then it can banish itself from the graveyard to make a 15/21 monster at tuner, and that combo actually comes up. I recently went undefeated with this deck at a local tournament, and this effect came up for me twice that entire tournament. So I think having this card in your deck is really strong. 2 of the Scareclaw Rival. This spell is not once per turn, and it's like the main card you search off of Scareclaw Reichheart. So you target 1 Scareclaw monster or Visa Starfrost in your graveyard to summon it back in defense. So it's a free reborn spell. It's not once per turn to reborn, so it's actually really nice. And then for some non-engine cards, we play some Triple Book of Moon, Triple Book of Eclipse. I just think these cards are really good when you go first. They're really nice defensive cards of the format. You can change them to whatever you think would be better, but I think this card helps you beat the Pearly and the Cash decks, so I see no reason not to play them. I play 1 Reinforcement of the Army because Riemhart and Reichheart are both warrior monsters, so just play that right there. And then I play Triple Impermanence because it's good against Pearly, it's good against Kashtira, which I think is still a very strong deck, and it's generically good against most decks, so I think Imperm is a solid card to have. And then 1 Mannadium Reframing. This card is like a Solemn Judgment, and it's a Solemn Judgment and Strike in 1 card. It can negate the activation of a spell and trap card or a monster effect, and if you have a Visa Starfrost or a monster with 300 attack defense in your graveyard or field, you can actually destroy the negated card. And you can also banish it from the graveyard to shuffle back 3 Mannadium monsters, so you can have access to your engine for the end game. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the main deck and the Synchro. And the extra deck is where like the deck kind of like really shines. So we'll start off with the Link monsters. I play 2 Scareclaw Lightheart. This card is like really insane for the deck, and I believe you have to play 2 because the card effect or ability to search a Reichphobia from your deck to your hand is actually not once per turn. And this card, all it takes is 1 Scareclaw monster or 1 Visa Starfrost. So it's really easy to make this card. When this card is linked summon EMZ, you can add the Reichphobia from the deck to the hand. That effect is not once per turn. Also, this card can bring itself back from the graveyard for free if you control a Visa Starfrost. So pretty neat. 1 Cross Sheet because you use this card a lot in your combo, because when you summon a fusion monster pointed to Cross Sheet, you get to reborn back a monster for free. 1 Sky Striker Azalea because you have a bunch of light and darks, so this is a free pop. And then I play 1 Appaloosa because this deck generates a lot of body, so converting it to an Appaloosa at the end of the combo is really nice. Also, sometimes you can make an Appaloosa with a Chaos Angel up, and Chaos Angel, when it's made using a dark monster, makes it so that Appaloosa can't be destroyed by battle, so you get to use all the negates of Appaloosa for free pretty much. Then we're gonna show off some of the synchros. So I'll start off with the generic synchro 10s that we all know and love. So we have Baron de Fleur, we have Chaos Angel, Pistol Despotter, we have Chenying, and then those are gonna be pretty much it for the synchro 10s. For the synchro 12s, we have Crimson Dragon. So this is a new card that recently came out, and I'm going to showcase you a combo of how you utilize this card. But essentially what it does is, when this card is special summoned, you can add a card that mentions Crimson Dragon from deck to your hand. So relevant for other decks, but not this deck as much. But it has a second effect, which allows you to target any other synchro monster on the field that's level 7 or higher. And you're able to tag the Crimson Dragon out into a monster of the same level of the monster you targeted. So you'll see in the combo that I'm going to be summoning Baron, and then using Crimson Dragon to target the Baron to cheat out Bissell Despater from my extra deck, which this card typically requires you to make it with dragons, but the Crimson Dragon allows you to like bypass that, which I think is really neat. For the other synchro monsters that we're playing, we're going to be playing Axel's Synchron Stardust Dragon, and we're going to be playing the Stardust Dragon as well. The main reason is mainly because having the OG Stardust in your extra deck allows you to play through impermanence and boards going second really well, because you get to make an unaffected monster. So you can play around basically like Nibiru, Imperm, and any other form of interaction your opponent may have. And then the last Synchro 8 is Visas Amatara. This card is really cool because it can actually be made using 2 tuners, because if you look at the requirements, it says 1+ tuner + 1 light monster. And because it doesn't specify a non-effect light monster, you can actually use 2 tuners to make this card. And what this card allows you to do is it's actually considered Starfrost on the field. And when you Synchro summon this card, you can add a spell and trap that mentions Starfrost from deck to your hand. So you can actually add like Mannadium. You usually use this card to add the Mannadium reframing, the counter trap. So you basically have a searchable counter trap at the end of your combo pretty much every time. And then we played 2 Vicious Astrolabe for the fusions. So this card, you can make this card by banishing the following materials from your field or grave, which is 1 Starfrost plus 1 monster with 1500 attack or 21 defense. And this card cannot be destroyed by battle. This card is not once per turn to summon, as well as when it's special summoned, you can target one other monster in the field and destroy it. And this card gains attack with half of the original monster attack or defense, whatever is higher. So this card is basically how you break your opponent's boards going second, and this card is how you establish a board going first. So that's going to be pretty much it for the extra deck. The side deck can pretty much change depending on the meta, but I have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and 3 Cosmic Cyclone, as well for pretty much like the trap decks. I have 3 Kurikara for like the Kashtira matchup, as well as the Pearly matchup. 3 Ash Blossom for like basically any generic matchup. 3 Nibiru for the combo decks, and then the last 2 slots I just have 2 D-Barrier just for like going first. Alright guys, so I'm going to be showcasing you guys the combo now. It's going to be Mannadium, Reamheart plus Calarium, or any other card that Calarium could have searched as well. It's basically, you need 3 cards for this to work. You need a Reamheart, a level 2 ball, and access to the field spell. Okay, so we're going to start off with Mannadium, Reamheart, and then use normal summon and use the effect to add. Okay, we're going to use this effect to add a Mannadium Torrid from our deck to our hand. And then we're going to activate Peaceful Calarium to grab Visa Starfrost from our deck to our hand. Because we control a monster with 1500 attack and 21 defense, we're able to special summon Mannadium Torrid for free. And then we're going to use Visa Starfrost to target the Torrid to destroy it. And we're going to summon the Visa Starfrost now. On a new chain, we're going to go Chainlink 1 Calarium to target or Chainlink 1 Torrid to summon a Mannadium Tune from our deck, and Chainlink 2 Calarium to bring back the Torrid. Now, we have a Meek that we're going to be able to summon. Here, to insulate ourselves from the rest of our opponent's hand traps, we're going to use Reamheart and Starfrost to make Baron Deflare. And then, where we will banish the Reamheart and the Starfrost from our graveyard. And we're going to be summoning a Vicious Astrolabe, because we have a 1521 monster in the graveyard and a Starfrost in the graveyard, so we're able to summon this fusion for free. We're going to use Astrolabe's effect to target the Meek to destroy it. And then when Meek is destroyed, it can summon another copy of itself and make itself a level 4. Now we're going to use a Synchro 4 and the Vicious Astrolabe to make a Crimson Dragon. This is the new card of the deck. And Crimson Dragon will be able to target the Baron de Fleur to tag itself out into a level 10 Synchro Dragon from the deck. So we're going to be summoning Abyssal Despotter. We're going to summon in defense. It's really important to summon in defense here, because it's going to matter for the draw, like for the combo, to get a free extra draw. We're going to use this pot to target the Starfrost in our banish to summon it back, and then we're going to link off the Starfrost to be summoning Scarecrow right card. This card is going to add us a Recphobia from our deck to our hand when it's link summoned in the EMZ. We're then going to replace the Calarium with a Recphobia and go to a different planet. That's going to allow us to get Scarecrow right card, and because we control Scarecrow right card, we can special summon the right card to an adjacent zone that a Scarecrow monster is in. So we're able to summon this for free, and because we special summon right card this turn, we can use this effect to add our Scarecrow spell from the deck and then draw a free card. Okay, so we basically have a 3 free card because we have 3 defense position monsters on the field. Then we're going to activate the effect of Scarecrow Rival to target the Visa Starfrost to bring it back from the graveyard. We're then going to use Starfrost as well as Mannadium Torrid to make the new Synchro Visas Amatara. And let me summon it over here. Visas Amatara will use its effect to search a Mannadium spawn trap from your deck to your hand. So in this scenario, we're going to add the counter trap. Now we're able to use the right card and the light heart in order to summon a Cross Sheep And then we can use the effect of the, or we can banish the right card as well as the Visa Starfrost from our graveyard to summon another Astrolabe from our extra deck, and then we can trigger the Cross Sheep to bring back the Mannadium Torrid. We can then use the Mannadium Torrid and the Vicious Astrolabe to make a Chaos Angel. Because we made Chaos Angel with a Dark Monster, all monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. And because we control Visas Armataria is considered Visas Starfrost on the board, we can activate Light Card to bring itself back from the graveyard. And then also all of our monsters are plus 700 because of Cross Sheep. And then we're going to use Cross Sheep, Light Card, and Visas Armataria to make a Appaloosa up top, which has 3 negates. And then we set the counter trap. So we have Abyssal Dissipator, which has the effect to destroy an opponent's monster. Chaos Angel makes all our monsters unable to destroy by battle. So Appaloosa gets to use its full 3 negates. We have a counter trap, and then we also have a Baron de Fleur to negate any of our opponent's activation. So we have 1 negate, 2 negate, 3 negates, and then 5, 6 well, technically it's 1 negate, 2 negate, 3, 4, 5 negates, and then this is a 6 interaction, and then our monsters can't be destroyed by battle. So this is gonna be the board, and we also have 1 card in hand, so it's literally a 2-card combo that ends on like the nuts. So if you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to use pack 10 at txfirst1.com, and I'll see you guys later. Signing out. Peace.